A soldier will never forget. That's what the USO does.
From the time they join to the time they transition out of the military, the USO is there, offering programs and support along the way.
It's way more than a free phone call for us. It's that opportunity to stay mom, and the USO makes it all possible.
Be a part of their journey. Learn more today at USO.org.
Blues America is supported by Record High Vinyl Store in Phoenix, the place for serious music fans and vinyl collectors to find large quantities of first pressings, limited editions, box sets, audiophile, and vintage catalog, including blues, soul, jazz. They buy, sell, and trade, and offer vinyl cleaning and flattening service. Visit the store, located at 4242 East University Drive in Phoenix, or for more online at recordhighinphoenix.com. Like them on Facebook. Record High in Phoenix. Experience one of the last great record stores.
Hi there, I'm Joshua Redman. One of the great things about music is how it brings people together. Kids like to hang out, listen to music, and talk about what's happening on the music scene. And playing instruments and singing provides a way for young people to get together and interact in a cooperative and respectful way. Kids who play in school ensembles understand that every part has to work together for the result to be the magical art we call music. Your local school music program provides a golden opportunity for a child to experience the rewards of learning music. Why not pay a visit to the music teacher to find out what's going on? Get your kids involved with school music.
A PSA brought to you by the National Association for Music Education.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Damn right we got the blues. Blues America. Right now.
Pour some beer, grab a seat, and kick your feet up. It's Blues America. Blues at the break.
I'm looking for a man that ain't never been kissed, that I can get along with, won't have to use my fists when I've been drinking. Yes, when I've been drinking. Now when I come home, baby, please let me lay down and rest. I want a job to go to work at 12, get off at 1, have an hour for dinner. My day's work is done when I've been drinking. Yeah, when I've been drinking, yeah. And when I come home, baby, please let me lay down and somebody to pet me, feed me in bed. Talk, baby, talk to to me when you go to comb my head when I've been drinking. Oh, when I've been drinking. And when I come home, baby, please let me lay down and rest. I want to be taken out of the bed, put in a wheelchair, roll me anywhere, Daddy. I don't care when I've been drinking. Oh, when I've been drinking that old Jack Black. And when I come home, baby, please let me lay down in a bed.
Promotional consideration for Blues America is provided by the Southwest Musical Arts Foundation, this station, and the listeners of public radio.
This is Paul Osher, ladies and gentlemen, and you are listening to Blues. No, that's Chuck's. This is Paul Osher, ladies and gentlemen, and you're listening to Blues America.
Headed down to the Chicken Shack. It's Blues America time.
It's hard to speak your mind these days. They're all trying to shut us up. I'm gonna keep on shouting, baby. Tell them you're the one I love. You and me got no say on how this big world runs. They can do their worst. Oh, but first I'm gonna tell them you're the one I love. Every morning, baby, I face the fire in the sky. Feeling lucky just to be alive.
If you just turned this thing on, let me tell you what you're doing. You're listening to Blues America with today's special guest, the Queen of Chicago Blues, Shemekia Copeland. Her new album is called America's Child. It's great. Now, if you missed any part of the show or the radio broadcast on your local community station, you can always listen to the podcast available at bluesamerica.com or on your mobile device using one of the many available apps like iTunes and Google Play. We're a high-tech, state-of-the-art, millennial-friendly blues program. All right, Shemekia, we're back, and we ended the first half of the show talking about your 8th studio release. You've been doing this nonstop since performing at a young age with your father, the great Johnny Copeland.
Yes.
But at this point in your career, what would you say is the most important thing that you've learned?
I think for me, it's life lessons. You know, when you're younger, I say this all the time, I think you have very unrealistic expectations of things because you don't know any better. And then as you age, and reality sets in, you know, I think everything changes for you. And for me, I'm just really happy that I can do what I love to do, which so many people can't, but do what I love to do and support myself, you know, and, you know, and that's what I strive for. That's what I hope for at this point, you know, no more than that, you know, just being able to do what I love to do and support myself doing it. And the music business has changed so much, you know. I feel like I meet young people all the time with real expectations, and I don't want them to. I don't want to disappoint them and say, well, good luck with that. but I just, you know, I always say, just make sure you're having a good time, you're enjoying what you do, you're taking care of yourself, you know, and things like that, you know.
Right. Now, you're a humble person, but how does a humble person react to being declared the Queen of Chicago Blues, which the city of Chicago has officially done this?
Well, that's something that would never cross my lips, you know. I see some ladies that, you know, they love calling themselves things, and I'm a diva, or I'm the queen, or I'm this, and I'm the. And I've never been that type of person. I tell you that I'm grateful that Coco felt that I could carry on the tradition. I think what Coco loved about me mostly was that I was not trying to be her. Like I swear, because I was intelligent enough to know that I couldn't. It's like here recently when Aretha passed, I said, I loved Aretha, and there's no way you'll hear me doing any tributes to her because I'm smart enough to know better. I'm smart enough to know better, because that, and that's the same way I feel about Coco. And I think that she'd be proud that I'm just trying to be the best Shemekia I can be.
Well, right on. Well, if you're the queen of the blues, does this make your son the prince of the blues?
I bet you. He thinks he is. He is such a big flirt. He loves to be out there. He loves to be out there with the people, and but he's my brother, and everybody keeps teasing me that he's a mama's boy. So we'll see.
I love your shows. You're such an amazing singer, and depending on the venue, I know you enjoy walking through the crowd. I wonder if you do this for the relationship with the audience, or is this for effect?
I love being out there with the people, and for me, that's always been important, And I also want people to know that I'm accessible. I'm not somebody that you can't, I'm just like them, And when you get out there with them, people know that, I think they can feel that, I don't want to be this person that's on stage that, people feel like they can't, touch or speak to, or, people just grab me and hug me, It's like, because they know that I'm the type of person that you can do that, And that's the way I've always wanted it. So that's why I do that.
That's great. We're both parents who have dads that have passed, and my dad passed about the same time as yours. I wonder if you feel the presence of your father around your son, and what would he say if he was here?
I feel like my dad is completely inside of my child. my boy acts just like him. He's got his attitude and everything. But I think he'd be really happy. I think he'd be really proud. I really do. And what about yours?
Oh, well, every time he does something bad, I said, yeah, that's Grandpa, because your dad is an angel.
Yeah.
I wonder if your father ever pressured you to take guitar lessons. I mean, that wouldn't be too unusual for a parent.
No, and my father never, ever mentioned me playing guitar, ever. So, and I'm kind of glad about that, because, everybody and their mama plays guitar now, and it's like, I don't want to be another guitar player. I'm sorry, I just don't. So there's enough guitar players out there. I want to focus on entertaining and trying to figure out how to sing.
Oh, very good. Well, here's a song that we talked about in the blood of the blues, and we'll be right back following the Blues People soundbite with the voice of the late, great Coco Taylor.